Hello you all, I am so excited today, so excited. I've got up early, washed my hair, got my makeup done, and I've got clients here in a little bit, but until I have to go, I am going to start the New Heights podcast. I have heard that it is amazing. I'm just so excited to see the cover of the next album, to see them interacting together. I didn't know when this day was gonna come. I'm so excited. And I'm gonna do this a little bit differently because I really wanna be cozy and relaxed. There's just a glass that I was laying back on, no big deal.
Thankfully, there was nothing in it.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 92%ers. We missed you. This is a very special episode of New Heights, a Wondery show. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. University of Cincinnati grad, Cincy. Wow, Arrowhead can't come soon enough, baby. Let's go, Bearcats. Let's go, baby. Subscribe.
Let's go, Bearcats. It's crazy that I live in Ohio now, which never thought would be the case. But when I went to Ohio State undergrad, a lot of my friends went to Cincinnati. They were part of the DAP program. It's like for architecture, interior design, things like that. It's a great program. It's wonderful. Anyways, I would take the Greyhound bus down to Cincinnati from Columbus, Ohio all the time. And just the fact that they're Ohio guys in sports, you know, not the best assumptions that I would make, but they do seem like really great guys, so I'm excited. I'm not going to talk any crap. Okay.
To Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, we got it good. Why don't you tell the people what we got coming up?
That's right, 92%ers. You may remember when we said New Heights wasn't coming back till August 27th. Well, that was a lie. That was a lie. And hopefully you can forgive us, because we got as Travis said, we have a very special episode today that we just simply could not turn down. That's right. This is a special preseason episode that...
What is that laugh? I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha.
decided to bring to you a little early.
So let's not waste any of their time, Jason. Let's get right to it. You want to do the honors?
Our guest today is the singer, songwriter, producer,
She
and
looks
director
gorgeous.
from Nashville, Tennessee. That's bullshit. She is from Pennsylvania. She is the most awarded artist in the history of the American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and
Yes.
iHeart Radio
Love.
Music Awards. She has 14 Grammy Awards and is the only artist in the history to win Album of the Year 4 times. Last December, she wrapped up the Eras Tour, which spanned 149 shows across 51 cities, 5 continents, and was the most attended tour of all time. I'm still going. Hold on, folks. Her last album, The Torture Poets Department, set a record with 1.76 billion streams globally within the first week alone. All right. And as a fan of that guy on the Chiefs, she has 19 wins, 2 AFC titles, and a Super Bowl. Are you ready for
What the
Maybe your podcast to debut the most aggressive dance in the history of shows, Taylor Swift!
Wow!
Jason! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Look, his soul has left his body. No, that was so good. Thank you.
It is just so wild that these like football guys are hyping her up. I love it. I mean, I love every second of it. And I love how much Travis is like giving her props. Like, it's about time she had a guy. It gets me so worked up.
For like 47 seconds that was so nice.
I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking too.
No, you did a great job.
Take a deep breath, big guy.
Did I get everything? How much more could we have put in that? Like, I felt like that was
That was
A
such
lot
an amazing
more.
intro, and also just like thanks for wearing the merch. That goes a long way. Just like
Done so much more than that. You'd have to like take a whole day.
Deeply into my own eyes.
okay. All right. That's what I was going for.
That's funny.
Thanks for having me. This is my first podcast.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
What's it take
crazy.
so long to jump on podcasts?
You know what? I was waiting for you guys to invite me. This is my favorite podcast.
So we've already been over this. You're a big fan of the show. You're a 92%er. What are your favorite segments that you hear Travis and I go into on a routinely basis?
I like new news just because of the screaming. Like, I hear him screaming new news from across the house constantly.
Yes.
It's like my favorite part. Like, he'll be like, news.
So they live
news,
together.
And I'm in the kitchen going, news. So I love that because it's just the bellowing of it. Like, I love No Dumb Questions.
That's a banger.
I really like it when you give people advice. It's kind of my personal favorite.
Do you usually agree with the advice, or do you just like listening to it?
I mean, I think that like you guys give such male-centric advice. It's which I think is just like just dudes who don't want drama.
Yeah.
Dudes who are trying to avoid the mess. But sometimes you're gonna like do a bit and say the messiest thing that they could do, which is funny too.
So we're gonna ask the question everybody
So
watching
funny.
the show is currently asking. Why are you coming on the show? Why New Heights? What are you doing?
Why?
There's so many better things to do with your time.
This podcast has done a lot for me. I owe a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend.
Aw.
Ever since Travis decided to use it as his personal dating app about 2 years ago. So
We're pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Were his friendship bracelets that good? Did you give the friendship bracelets, or was that just on the podcast? Like,
I've never seen.
Yeah,
the
they
original.
didn't leave the stadium because I was butthurt, Jason.
He threw a
fair
enough.
tantrum. He threw a man
The entire
tantrum.
get
world.
out of here.
It's so funny. It's
My
like
plan is
also,
ruined.
She
Like-
loves me. She loves me now. She loves me. She loves me now.
this is so
She
wild.
hates me.
Like it was such a wild romantic gesture to just be like, I want to date you. Like on, I don't know. It was at
Yeah.
first when I looked at it, I was
Dude,
like,
that's
this
what
dude is.
That's what it does when you're on the stage and you perform in Arrowhead. That's what it did.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first, and then I
You
was
come
like,
to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
you realize he didn't even reach out to our management. I was like, when this podcast came out, I was like, did he ever reach out to be like in the tents, or did we know he was in the building? He came with Pat, and he thought that because he knows the elevator lady, that he
the
could
right
talk
coach,
to her about just getting down.
Well, that's
the
how it
stairs.
works.
Yeah.
You just go.
And I got
Yeah,
denied.
that's
They
how
were
it
like,
works
no,
in
it's-
1973.
The elevator wasn't invented.
But yeah, he
There's got to be something about 1973. I don't know. I feel like that's an Easter egg.
He
Anyways.
really just was like, I know a guy, I can figure this out. But I actually, when I thought about it, I was like, actually, we live in a day and age where, like, I'm not an online person at all. I'm not like on social media like that, and like I'm genuinely terrified to open my DMs.
Smart.
Excuse me.
It's just like it's about it. Just there's smoke coming out of my DMs. I don't want to go near that. I don't know what's
If you
in there.
want somebody to go through it, I'll go through it. Just another life.
It's like if you have like 20 million unread DMs, you're just like,
20 million?
So
That's
this
insane.
kind of felt more like
I mean, that makes
I
sense.
was in an 80s John Hughes movie, and he was just like standing outside of my window with a boombox, just being like, I want to date you. Do
Yeah.
you want to date with me? I
Aw.
made you a friendship bracelet. Do you want to date me?
Just come outside and meet me. Just meet me once.
So,
Oh my God.
so I was like, if this guy isn't crazy, which is a big if, this is sort of
It's
what
just
I've
big
been
if.
writing songs about wanting to happen to me since I was
Yeah.
a teenager.
Yeah. And I was sitting
Oh.
there at the Eras tour listening to every single one of those songs. Like, I know what she wants me to do.
I feel that. That's a
That is amazing. That is such a, oh my God. Yeah, that is true. For her, that's something she's wanted. This, oh my God. Is this really happening right now? Are they really telling us?
This is just her wish list of like,
Meet me, please. Now I'm butthurt.
yeah, I'm upset that you didn't meet me even though you didn't know I wanted to meet you because I didn't do any proper logistical planning.
Who plans
typical
nowadays?
Kelsey. Typical Kelsey.
It was wild. It was wild, but it worked. I'm glad it worked. I'm just circling back to New Heights to say thank you for this. Look at this.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
So yeah,
And
that's
thank you to New Heights, all the editing. Jake, thank you for putting that on social media and letting it do its
So
course.
before we move on, how did you know he wasn't crazy? Because that's the other side of that, right? Like a guy goes up there and professes his love for
What's wrong with
you.
being
It's
crazy,
either
Jason?
one, it's like this is the most romantic thing in the world. It
What's
can
wrong
also
with
be
being
like
crazy
this
about
is.
somebody?
he is crazy,
Well, I
Jason.
mean, but there's a right crazy.
Yeah, he's the good kind of
What
crazy.
is that? I'm sorry, the laugh. Like, what is that? Sorry.
And I knew that he wasn't crazy the first couple of times that we talked. I was just like, he's truly getting to know me in a way that's very natural, very pure, very normal. Like, also like just the way that he could make me laugh so immediately about normal things.
God.
Like Travis is like he's just a vibe booster in everyone's life that he's in. He's like a human exclamation point. Like, you know, he's like when you take a picture on your phone and you put you push the enhance color button. That's like what you do to everyone's life.
I'm always
I use so many.
Why do I want to cry?
Now, but I think it was just like you're so non-judgmental about people, and you were not judgmental about the fact that I knew nothing about the world you were in.
Looking at him, looking at
You were
her.
nice. You were so nice.
Got a clean slate.
You were like, thank you.
She doesn't know any of my bad
Are
stuff.
you kidding me?
Jason, on our first date, I legitimately asked him what it was like when the Chiefs played the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he looked across the field, across the line of scrimmage, and saw his brother standing on the other, like 5 feet in front of him on the field.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Didn't
he didn't even look at me. Like, I now know what an insane question that was. He was like, actually, I'm on the offense, and my brother's on the offense, and I'm only on the field at the same time as defense. I thought everyone was on the ground at the same time. I thought that the quarterback.
No, I should
That's
know
how you
better.
played it on the playground growing up, so I understand if you hadn't like.
No, you don't understand. I thought it was like Jared Goff is here and Josh Allen's here, and they're gonna be like, they blow a whistle and then they go at each other and they're like, "Arr!" And it's like, who's gonna win?
That's actually.
I would love to see Jared Goff play some defense. Let's see Jared Goff on
I've got
defense.
some ideas. I've got some thoughts. Yeah, I didn't know what a first down was. I didn't know what the
I still don't
chains
know.
were. I didn't know what.
And I don't care
tight
that I
end
don't know.
was.
I'm forever thankful for you diving into the football world wholeheartedly.
Oh my god, I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it. I became like a person who was running through the halls of my house screaming, "We drafted Xavier Worthy!" And my friends are like, "What?"
I'm sorry, but the therapist in me is like, Taylor, I don't know. There's some neurodivergency going on because of that creative, like, hyper focus that you can get into. I have that problem all the time, and I'm sure many of you do, where you just like go down. Like when you become interested in something, like you have to know everything about it, that one specific thing. And sometimes you know so much about one area or one topic and it doesn't benefit your life in any way. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's got some neurodivergency. That's all I'll say. Because it's not fair for, I don't know, but it's giving off the vibes.
Is who body snatched you? What do you mean? We drafted
Where I
Xavier
was.
Worthy.
I forget where I was, but you were the first person to tell me that
No,
you
I was
drafted the
screeching.
fastest
No, I was screeching. I couldn't believe it.
Who
I
is
was freaking
Xavier?
out.
Like,
We're talking about like.
I'm like,
I don't
wait,
know.
she right? I got to look this up. I'm like, she get the wrong information here, but yeah, we traded up.
Yeah, we're talking about cover 2, cover 4, cover 0, man, cover. We're talking. We're learning. I continue to learn.
Maybe
Don't
somebody
know what
else
that
even
means.
knows what those coverages are.
Yeah, I'm not ready to be an analyst right now.
That's
But
been,
give me 16 months.
Yep.
pick up on it. I'm telling you,
Yep.
you would ask some of the best questions when we were up in the booth, and there's like your desire to learn more, but your genuine excitement around it, as well as like your competitiveness.
She's not fucking around. No, Faye's not fucking around.
god.
She's not fucking.
Is this any surprise that Taylor asks super intelligence? She's a genius, and it's not just in songwriting, it's apparent. She's crazy smart, and yeah, I'm not surprised by any of this. And I hope that there are dudes out there that watch this and they like get a clue. Like if she decided to love anything, she could end up excelling and being at the best of it, or the best at it.
Around.
Reclaiming Master, do you want to tee this up, Jeff?
Let's tee it up.
Can we talk about that?
One of my favorite
Yes.
things this summer was Taylor reclaiming her masters.
Woo!
Her recording of her first 6 albums
Wow.
finally, became hers.
Yep.
And you haven't really talked about it. You made that beautiful post on all your social channels thanking everyone that made it happen and everything. But why don't you tell the 92%ers how it really felt?
Oh wow. So to catch anyone up who doesn't know about this saga, like I signed a record deal when I was 15,
Sorry.
and I
Wow.
always kind of refer to it as I got my music back this summer, but I never owned my music at all. So traditionally, a lot of record deals are set up in a way that artists don't own what's called their master recordings. Owning your master recordings means that you have complete control and power over distribution, licensing, and essentially the way your legacy is shaped. It's a huge thing. It's always been a huge thing for me. Like since I was a teenager, I've been actively saving up money to buy my music back and to ever own it in the first place, because it's usually the label that owns it. But I've always wanted this to happen. So it's been sold. My music has been sold a few times. The first time that it was sold, it really ripped my heart out of my chest, and I told everybody exactly how that felt for me and what I was going through, and I started basically defiantly re-recording my music because I wanted to own it, and this was the only way I thought it was ever going to happen. And so
I knew she had a bad kid, and she's just got a little bit of a bad kid.
yeah,
It's
you
not,
got
it's
it.
not a bad kid. That's a freaking savvy kid. That's
It's
what that is. That's like, hey,
That's right, Jason.
I've been told I've been defined a lot of times.
well, you are defined. You're very defined.
It's like I
Insubordinate, Travis.
insubordinate. Yeah, it's. I think for me, that was the closest I ever thought I would get to owning my music, and so re-recording my music.
Excuse
It
me.
was so
Sorry.
exciting to get to have that opportunity, but there was still I thought about not owning my music every day.
Holy
It was
shit.
something that I never was. It's like an intrusive thought that I had every day, and so we do the Eras tour. After the Eras tour, I had a meeting with my team, and we decided this might be a good time to approach the current owners of it. The owners of it was a private equity firm called Shamrock Capital. I knew them to be above board people. They had been very friendly to us. What I was looking to do, though, was I wanted to buy my music outright. I don't want to be in a partnership. I don't want to own 30% of it.
That's right.
I want to own all of it.
Yeah, you deserve that.
But it was a long shot to think that they would do that they would sell that asset to me.
It's a big asset.
It's a huge decision for them to make, to sell that to anyone, including me. I decided that rather than this be like a business conversation, I'm in the business of human emotion. I would so much rather lead heart first in something like this, because for me, this is not, I want to own this asset because of its returns, because of its, because of the dividends that I will receive over the years. I want it because this is my handwritten diary entries from my whole life. These are the songs I wrote about every phase of my life. This is my photography, my music videos, most of which I funded.
Yeah.
My artwork, everything that I've ever done is in this catalog.
Damn.
And so rather than send lawyers or management like in a big crew, I sent my mom and my brother, who I work with, to LA, and they they sat down and they
Oh God.
this happens. I don't ever really talk about it because it's they sat down with Shamrock Capital, and they told them what this meant for me. Like, this is, they told them the whole story of all the times we've tried to buy it, all the times it's fallen through, all the times we had gotten plans together and figured out something we thought was going to work and it didn't at the last minute. And so, like, my mom calls me afterwards. She's like, look, they were wonderful. They heard us out. We have no idea which way they're going to go with this. And so I was like, I get it. I haven't gotten my hopes up about this in a decade.
Cry.
And so it was a couple months after the Super Bowl.
Why do I want to cry?
We're in Kansas City, and I get a call from my mom, and she's like,
Oh my God.
you got your music. And so sorry that this is, it's literally been so long since this happened. It's every time I talk about it. She was like, you got your music. And
Oh my God.
I just, like, very dramatically hit the floor, for real. Like, honestly, just started
It's been a long time coming.
bawling my eyes out. And I'm just like, just weep.
Did he really just do that? That's amazing. It's been a long time coming. I love the memes online that are of like what they're gonna play at your funeral, and like it's those dogs being like, "What?" when they hear it's been a long time coming.
She's like,
God.
you got your music. And so sorry that it's literally been so long since this happened. Every time I talk about it, she was like, you got your music, and I just like very dramatically hit the floor for real. Like honestly, just started
a long time.
Yeah.
bawling my eyes out, and I'm just like, just weeping and kind of like unable. I was just like, really? Really? What do you mean? And I'm like, get yourself together, get your shit together. Like, just go tell Travis in a normal way.
Yeah.
And I knock on the door. He's playing video games, and I'm trying to say it in a normal way, and I'm just like,
Oh no! What just happened?
and he's like, he puts his headset down. He's like, guys, gotta go. And I think he's on the wrong. And you come up, and I'm just like, I come up my music back, and then just start absolutely heaving,
just dead
crying.
weight, just dead weight, lose
Dropped.
all control.
Had no power in my legs to support myself, and yeah, this changed my life. I can't believe it still. Every time I think about it, it's like I have to tell the short version to everyone because it is still like this will affect the rest of my life. And I think about this every day now, but instead of it being like an intrusive thought that hurts me, it's I can't believe this happened. Like, how lucky am I? How grateful am I? I'm so grateful to like the artists that helped me with my re-records, because when I did my re-records, I started doing those in 2021. And a lot of, like, most of the industry trades were like, this is a bad idea. This is her sort of derailing her career in a way. Nobody's interested in you doing the same album twice. Fans are not going to be engaged with this.
That's ridiculous.
This is not going to
People
go well for her.
Please.
And it was
It's a
like,
record, people
I
know
still was
anything?
able to like reach out to
Idiots.
friends of mine like Phoebe Bridgers, Keith Urban, Maren Morris, Chris Stapleton, you know, Haley Williams from Paramore, Fall Out Boy, like all these absolutely incredible artists that like shape who I am as an artist. And they like agreed to be a part of the re-records, and I
Of course they agreed.
I one of the only people I told.
Does she not
before
realize
this
who she
happened
is?
was, like, I called Phoebe Bridgers, and I was just like, and she's like, did you just say what I think you said? I was like, yeah. And so this has just been like, it was just, I'm so grateful for it. It's just unbelievable, and I was so happy you were there when that happened.
I mean, I was.
Because I could not stand.
Yeah, I mean, I started crying too. You know.
You were weeping.
I was just so happy for you because I've seen.
He was crying with
how
her.
you make
God.
music. I've seen how you make these videos. I've seen the effort and the focus and the strategy behind what just one album in Torture Poets Department and in Fortnite, and I was blown away that you had been doing this your entire life, and for your first 6 albums you weren't given the rights to all of that. And I know what that looked like, and I know how much it burned you that you didn't have that and you didn't have your creation. And I think doing it the right way, creating the fan base that you did the right way, and leading your life in a direction that you were eventually going to get it back somehow.
That's right.
Because of you always doing things with the right intentions. So.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh my gosh. That's so sweet of Travis and so important. And I'm glad that he is this way with her, and other people should see, like, this is the way that you should be treated. People should celebrate their partners. And, I mean, all of these people before that dated her, just the fact that they always want to keep it hidden I mean, just the admiration and the understanding that he has is amazing to see. She deserves to be with someone like that and to recognize all that she's done and what she deserves. She deserved the Masters. She deserves him. She deserves it all. And I think I get even more emotional just because, we've just heard her since she was so young. I mean, 15, a teen, a baby, and just all of your art. I mean, I understand that. You would want to have ownership over it, but just to have something good that she was vocal about happen for her is just, God, it's just getting my heart. I really, not to make this about me, but I do really need to see good things happening to good people. It makes me feel better. So yeah.
This is so crazy to me. So you wrote these songs, you sang these songs, you put everything into them, and don't get me wrong, there's publishing companies, people that support artists out there, but
Yeah.
how does ownership of music even work? Like when you recorded these songs when you were 16, right? Is that like the singer
You've done it
gets a
down
portion?
to us 91%.
Yeah.
The singer gets a certain portion, the artist gets or the songwriter gets a certain portion, and then the publishing company gets a certain portion?
Okay, so that's a great question, and there's two main categories that we're talking about here. So master recordings is the actual recording.
Yes.
It's the actual vocal.
I'm sorry, but it is funny that they're together. It makes sense. I think it makes total sense. I think that she's like an athlete and like him, where the discipline, you don't have to be an athlete to be disciplined, but whatever. But you know what I'm saying. But he's admitted, I don't read any of those books behind me, and like he doesn't. Said I don't even understand.
Band, production, mixing, mastering, that actual thing.
Yes.
Mine also included my album artwork, my music videos, everything that went along with any era of music that I had done for my first 6 albums.
Got it.
Every year.
So then there's another category, which is publishing.
Yes.
I own my publishing, which is why, I have control over, if my song is used in a film, I wanted them to use Taylor's version instead of the original version. I, the songwriter, can decide that.
Got it. Okay.
Ooh,
And so it's like,
she's so smart.
I've always been very lucky because my publishing was protected. A lot of artists have their publishing sold away from them, or they sell their publishing, and and a lot of artists, it may not be important to them. It was always important for me. The publishing aspect of it has always been something I've had firmly in place, which is great because my songwriting is the core of why I do this, why I love it so much, and what I think has made anything happen in my career at all.
Greatest songwriter of all time.
That's very nice of you to say that. That's says her boyfriend.
Says a lot of people.
Says her boyfriend.
Basically, then you have the master recordings side of things. Now, this is a discussion that was not really brought up amongst the artist communities, especially not with fans. This was all kind of industry-centric and kind of boring contract stuff that fans were not speaking about.
Sure.
And so one thing that I think is really great that has come about because of this is that I have so many new artists come up to me now and say, hey, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
And when I went to go and negotiate for my record deal, I negotiated to have my masters revert back to me after a certain amount of years.
That's
Whereas
amazing.
I own them outright. And it's not for everyone. Not everyone cares about this. Artist to artist, artists have different priorities. Some artists sell off all their masters because everyone's allowed to have their own priorities. What I wanted, though, is that if I were to put the information out about what I went through, at least it gets artists talking about this to decide whether this is a priority for them. Because you can't know if it's a priority for you unless you know what has come before you and what has happened. And so the master recordings thing, that's your actual ownership of your recordings. To put it in perspective, if I never would have been able to buy back my music, one day someone else would be leaving all of my music from my first 6 albums to their kids in their will.
Right. Yeah.
And you think about it like that, it's like, I thought of it, I made it, I recorded it, I paid for most of those music videos. I wanted an opportunity to buy that back, and that was important to me.
You feel like they're yours. They should be yours.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you think it was easier for you to do, one, because just you talking about this, you're so aware of the business side of this and the legal ramifications.
Yeah, she
you're
is.
more aware than I think probably most artists are. but
Smartest
being a
woman in the world.
it's crazy. Being a songwriter,
Says her
Writer.
boyfriend.
Smartest woman in the world.
you being the songwriter, being the singer, owning no publishing rights, being able to re-record songs, that gave you leverage and able to make this move, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was
So
and
smart.
also, you know, in my contract, they didn't put a clause in that said I couldn't re-record because nobody was doing it and nobody thought that was a good idea.
Right.
So, and also, like, who would be that stubborn? Who would be? Who would be that petty?
Yeah.
Badass kid over here.
That they would
That's
record
right.
every single
right.
thing
It's so badass.
over and over
It's
again.
amazing.
What was your favorite
Well,
one?
not just that. Hold on, though. But not just that. Who has a fan base that's going to listen to the same album twice in a row?
It's a good point, Jason. It's a good
Like
point.
honestly,
And-
and this is where they missed it. You had
You make
a
everyone
fan,
1989, I'll listen to
you
that one
already
too.
built.
That's right.
That's the thing, is the
You
fans.
told a story with the second time you released this album, right? And the fans got behind that
Yes.
narrative. And they're
And
like,
they-
Right away.
screw the first album. We're rolling with the re-recorded album because
Oh,
we're
yeah.
supporting the artist.
They were like, we ride at dawn. And it was amazing because, you know, they're the reason why the re-records worked out. They're the reason I was able to purchase my music back because they came to the Eras tour. And basically they're the reason
Yep.
why any of this worked out. And I also want to note that, like, the other people who are like, we ride at dawn, my live band, they played on all the re-records. It's like, you want to know why they sound so perfect on the Eras tour? They played on all those records. Like, they're session musicians too, and that's how good they are. And I'm so impressed
Wow.
just by their ability and their dexterity as musicians to be able to do that so convincingly, because there are actually there's the Taylor's version song, I kind of prefer a lot of that stuff. I think it sounds
Yeah.
incredible, but I'm
Sounds
happy
so
to have
good.
all of it.
So that leads me to the next question, Tay. Now that you own all of it, you have the re-recordings, you have the original recordings. What should we listen to? Like, what
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
All
matter.
of it.
You're just like, whatever you guys want.
Whatever.
It's really whatever you guys want, because I love both of them. I would not have put out the re-records if I didn't think that they held up or were better. I think a lot of the
So
vocals
good.
they did in the re-records.
Still wish we had Reputation Bold tracks,
But
but
it's like, if you found a nostalgia in the originals, and that was what you were listening to when you were 12 years old, hopping around in your bedroom, go crazy.
Yeah.
We got them all.
I'm gonna start doing comparisons. That's what I gotta do. I'm just gonna start doing comparisons.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to every beat.
Yeah.
You're certainly, it's not mandatory, Jason.
I mean, it sounds like a good time.
I'll say this: there's a few good playlists out there that have a mixture of them all.
You've been streaming?
Yes,
Thank you.
I've been streaming for about 2 years now.
Oh,
oh my god.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's why we got that spike in
Yeah, that's what it was.
35-year-old
Travis
male demographic.
Right.
Yes, that
Hey.
1.7 billion. That was at least 1 billion.
We-
For sure.
We have one IP address from one iPhone that continually is listening to the Did you have a favorite album that you re-recorded that, like, are there different eras that you liked recording more, re-recording?
I really liked them all, but I think Red was very special.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
songs
Love
that
Red.
I called From the Vault songs, and there was one which I think is maybe my favorite song I've ever written, called All Too Well, the 10-minute version, where
Yeah.
I unearthed. There were originally so many more verses in that song than ended up being on the album that I had put out when I originally
And
put
our
out Red.
fans
I
requested
made
it.
the glorious, fortuitous mistake of saying that to my fans in an interview. You know what
Okay.
those words mean. You're so handsome. So basically,
So cute.
I said that in an interview to my fans, and they just like hung on to it. They were like, "Where's the 10-minute version? Give us the 10-minute version."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it came time to doing Taylor's version and re-recording the album, I went back in, found the verses, restructured the song to the way that it pretty much was when I had originally written it, put them back in, and that song is one of my favorite things I've ever done. And it was, we're on the Eras tour.
I have to stop.
I'm watching people just like,
I have to stop. I have to work. I didn't realize that this was going to be it's 2 hours long. So I think I'll post this bit and then I'll watch the rest and record it. I'm obsessed with this. It makes her so much more real. She was already real, but I don't know. I just love it. Love everything about it. Wow. Bye.